Uh, yeah, so as Zamin said, our project mainly involves this data sharing and trading ecosystem. So as we all know, nowadays, data is being regarded as the new oil of this digital economy. However, it is estimated that around like 80 to 90% of the data never leaves a device as a storage, well, which means that the data is not utilized properly. So this has occurs because of several reasons, like maybe the data is not parameterized correctly, or maybe the data has not very good quality or is already outdated by the time that it needs to be utilized. So this contradicts this behavior of the new oil. And in addition to that, public's trust is also another concern, as we can see by, for example, there was a data breach scandal in the past 3 years from Facebook and Google, where like lots of people's data were leaked. And also recently with the COVID, we all know that the UK government tried to implement this contact tracing application, and it saw lots of criticisms, especially in terms of data privacy. So yeah, public trust is another major concern, because the less people that adopt these schemes, then the less opportunity we have to collect data and utilize it for novel applications. So one way that we try to formulate this problem is to utilize blockchain technologies instead of a centralized system, because blockchain can bring this trust to the ecosystem and solve existing issues that centralized systems have in terms of like being prone to single point of failure attacks or other issues in terms of privacy. So the main objective of this work is to bring the control over the data generated back to the user, so that the user can choose like which companies that can have access to its data, for what purpose, and maybe they will share it with someone or utilize for a specific application. So the user needs to give this consent before all of these. Yeah. So if we have a look here in the methodology, so we have mainly 4 tasks in this project. So this project just started like 2 months ago, so we are still very early in the work. So we are mainly like still defining the requirements and the logical architecture of the framework, and also the like how everything will be connected, not only in terms of the data sharing ecosystem, but we also investigate the economy and the role that each party will have in the system. For example, the buyers, the sellers, and the miners in the blockchain, and also in terms of like data quality and like rewarding people for generating better quality data, but also from like social aspects in terms of like how the economy of the marketplace will be managed, and like privacy and all of these other things. In terms of the second task, then we will focus more a little bit on the research in terms of modeling the performance and doing some analysis in terms of performance and optimization. So we are planning to maybe try different system models and analyze the performance of this scheme in terms of maybe the blockchain performance or different consensus mechanisms that can have a play in the blockchain. In terms of task 3, then we are also going to analyze the performance under different economic constraints. So what type of social and economic benefits we can have, and also investigate some attacks that can be played in the system. And lastly, in task 4, we are also planning to build a prototype of this platform. So we are going to build a test bed, which I'm currently working on. And this has like an IoT sensor, and then which generates some kind of data, and then we'll distribute it in the marketplace, and then we will see how buying and selling can be done, and also the social and economic aspects of this as well. And we are also planning to investigate some specific use cases, such as, maybe involving some kind of machine learning or federated learning. In terms of impacts and what is unique about this research, so as I mentioned before, we are planning to give control of the data back to the users, back to the people that have generated it. So we expect that this can be very disruptive in terms of the way the data is shared and how maybe the digital economy of the UK can be changed through this project. So in terms of the impact, then we are planning to, open access our platform, as well as report in terms of different conferences and journals. And we expect that our research can be a starting point for people to investigate novel ways for data sharing and trading. So in terms of key outcomes and major findings, then as I mentioned,
1 minute left, Carlo.
Okay, thank you. So we are planning to establish this blockchain system, which can support different types of data in terms of so that it can support different types of application. We are also going to investigate the interplay in terms of blockchain performance and other social and economic performances, and also privacy issues. And we are mainly trying to integrate the public's trust and economic benefits of all the parties, and also build the test bed and test this idea in a real scenario. I think that's all from me. Just want to thank our partners, Toshiba, Medical Chain, and Nakamoto and Turing Labs, and also PETRAS for this opportunity. Thank you very much.